What's up, everyone? Happy New Year. Glad 2020 is over. Like I said in my last video, it was a challenging, but at the same time rewarding year, but we are looking forward to 2020. And I thought about starting off this year with a recap of my hits. Now, keep in mind, I haven't been collecting long. I actually got into it because of Joe Burrow. I'm a avid and a lifelong Cincinnati Bengal fan. And I was extremely excited for Joe Burrow and his potential and what he could do for the Bengals. And so, like any good fan would do, I wanted to get all of his things, his jersey. I wanted to get, his jersey and his cards. I thought I want to stock up on some of his his rookie cards, some of Joe Burrow's rookie cards, and just keep them and just collect them as a fan. And I did. I went out on the hunt for some Joe Burrow cards. Little did I know just how extensive and just how competitive this hobby is. And so I'm not a lifelong collector by any means. I jumped in, I think, a little bit before the hype. It was starting to get crazy. You could still find some on the shelves. And then it took a turn for the best, but kind of for the worst for those just trying to collect retail and for those without much money. So I wanted to just kind of recap what I got for this past, I would want to say 5 months of collecting. I could be wrong. And these are in no particular order. These are just what I got. So first card right here, as you can see, is a Tua Donruss base. This came out of my very first pack of cards that I ever opened. It was a Donruss cello, and I had recorded it on my phone to send to my friend Jason, and I would be like, is this a good card? And I kind of knew Tua there was a lot of hype surrounding him, but this is a blue parallel that I got, so I guess you could consider this my very first hit. Immediately after that card came this card. At this time, I didn't know anything about inserts. I didn't know anything about base cards and variations. All I knew was I was just trying to get this guy. And so I was super excited. I don't think this is worth much, but to a Bengal fan like myself, and for it to be the first Joe Burrow card that I pulled, it's a special one to me. And so, Elite Series Rookies insert for Donruss 2020, Joe Burrow. Yeah. Another green Tua. I pulled this out of a blaster, I believe. There was a time it started to pick up, and I couldn't find any more on the shelf, so I started to buy off of eBay. That's when I first started getting into the eBay scene, buying and selling, and I would buy Donruss blasters for $30 bucks, and I pulled this guy again. So this is when I kind of started to understand what parallels and variations, or parallels in this case were, and variations, I guess, at the time. So Tua Tagovailoa, rated rookie green. And then I got introduced to Mosaic. Now I know Mosaic came out before Donruss, but up until this point, I had not touched premium stock, and I was like, whoa, okay. And so I immediately fell in love with Mosaic. I didn't even know this was the inaugural year, but so there's a place in my heart for Mosaic, and I pulled this gold reactive out of a hanger. Here's another one, not football. Now I'm a football collector. I like basketball. I like to play basketball. But I don't really like to watch it. And I think it's because of fantasy sports. Fantasy football makes watching football way more entertaining. But to be honest, I didn't pull this exact card. I pulled a Theo Maledon downtown card, but I sold that for $45, and then I bought this one for $45. I'm big on Cole Anthony. I think he's gonna do big things. He kind of reminds me of like a Trae Young, poor defense but can score at will. And so if he develops correctly, I think he could become a star. A lot of developing to do, but the Magic, I think, are 4-0 from the last I remember, and I was a big Penny Hardaway fan growing up. So I'm going to root for this team, and I'm going to root for this guy downtown. But this isn't the first downtown I pulled, and I'll get to that later. A Joe Burrow, another Joe Burrow, gold reactive this time from a Target hanger. I had started to wait in line at Target, got to know a bunch of the guys who would wait in line as well. At this Target, you can get one of every item that they have. And so naturally, even if I'm not a Pokemon collector, I would pick up some Pokemon because I had the opportunity to. And I had pulled a Pokemon and a Hidden Fates tin. And I had offered to trade it to one of the guys who was primarily there for Pokemon. I traded that for a Mosaic hanger, and out of that came this bad boy, and probably one of my favorite cards. I just think it looks good. Just the colors works with his jersey. And so yeah, a Joe Burrow gold reactive from 2020 Mosaic. I just pulled this on my last video. You guys might have saw it if you've watched the last one. Poor guy though. I mean, his stock is down. So this may have been worth way more a few months ago, but not so much now. So I'm gonna hold. You know, we'll see what the future holds for Tua and the Dolphins, but I think it'll be a good one. So silver Mosaic, Tua. I think this is a nice card too, man. This is just a beautiful card. A Justin Herbert NFL debut, silver prism. I pulled this one out of my very first mega box. The mega box was one of the first Mosaic boxes I ever got my hands on, and I just sat on it. I didn't want to open it. I knew how much money it was worth, but how exciting it was to rip it. So I kind of wanted to savor it. Pulled this bad boy. Will be selling when he wins Rookie of the Year. I'm not sure if I can get it graded in time to come back and you know, with all of the holdups at PSA and Beckett, I'm not sure I can get it back in time before he makes the announcement. So I might just sell it raw. Hopefully that window is bigger for maximum profit than we think, because I also pulled this guy out of a hanger. I didn't film this one. I was playing Call of Duty when we were playing, but this one's an orange reactive, Justin Herbert, and this one came out of a Mosaic hanger, the Walmart version that I had bought off of eBay. So, yep, I got Justin Herbert, good amount of Justin Herbert, and then I've got this guy pulled at a Christmas party. Went to go Christmas party with my in-laws and my brother-in-law, and who's my best friend, is opening Pokemon. And I told him, you open a double box, I'll open a prism hanger. My other in-laws were just kind of watching, and I pulled this thing, and as I was sleeving it, I was so excited. I was shaking. Like, if you open cards and you hit, you know the feeling. And so, yeah, I don't think this is going to be graded in time, but I might hold, see what happens. Yeah, this one's a very nice card. I'm not sure it'll gem. My brother-in-law pointed out that it's a little bit off-centered, but I've heard of stories and instances where some of these came back, and these prism cards with this kind of centering came back a gem. So we'll see. Hopefully I can. So funny story, I had explained this earlier in my other video, but I had joined my friend who's a Charger fan on his very first break. He had gotten the Chargers. He had gotten the Bengals. I had gotten the Chargers. And just to be a good friend, I offered to trade. Hey, you want to trade? You can have the Chargers. I'll take the Bengals. I knew at this time though that if I were to pull a Herbert or a Burrow, the Herbert would be way more valuable. But I thought, you know what, whatever, I'll just support my friend who's a Charger fan. And lo and behold, they pull an orange disco Justin Herbert. And I went to my friend, and I was a little bit disappointed and regretful, but you know what, it's whatever. And I buried it, opened this pack the very next day, and boom, Justin Herbert, red ice. And I think this is a nicer card anyway. This is perhaps my biggest card. Join the break with Hammer Breaks. If you're from Hawaii, join Hammer Breaks, the best breaker on the island. It was a random team. I think it was like it was $24 on a random team with I think it was like 4 hangers of 2020 Prism and 1 Mega Optic from 2017. And I got the Chiefs, and man, if you can go back, or if there's a way to watch that break, the way things played out, we hit every single big quarterback. So Burrow, Herbert, Tua, and then we got to the 2017 box, and then out came a Deshaun Watson, and all that was left to pull was this bad boy. And in the second to the last pack, this guy popped out, and so I am definitely going to get this graded. I am probably going to hold for a very, very long time. And then when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, see what I can get for this. So Patrick Mahomes, Optic, red, yellow rated rookie. Beautiful card. I'm certain that this can gem, but who knows with how PSA and Beckett has been grading lately, right? And then my only graded card, my only slab, came from Donruss, my very first blaster. I pulled a downtown. Why I say it like that? A downtown. I didn't know what downtowns were at the time. I didn't know what a case hit was at the time. I didn't know how rare this was, and so I had opened it, and it kind of slipped out onto my desk, and I was like, oh man, it's a Tom Brady? And my friend said to look up the comps, and it was like $200 or something, and so this is my very first big hit. So I sent it, and probably gonna sell this when he retires or when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, because we know that's a guarantee. Ended up getting a 9 on it, as you can see. I don't know where on the card there are any blemishes. I can't really see. I was expecting a 10. There's this little thing here. I'll bring it a little closer. That's not on the card, and that's inside the case, and so it bugs the heck out of me. But that's my only slab. I had another hit that's not on here. It was a Genesis out of a Mosaic Blaster of Randy Moss. And not a Randy Moss collector. At the time, I was feeling the itch to buy and rip, and I sold that thing for $100. But it was another pretty big hit in my short career as a sports collector. And so that was 2020's hits. Whoa, yeah, 2020's hits. I thought I did pretty well for myself. I enjoyed it. It was just my light went out. Fun rip altogether, fun time. I really, really enjoy this hobby. And so hopefully 2021, I can start getting into the hobby boxes and maybe open a bit more and see what happens. And hopefully we get some autos. As you notice, I didn't have any autos. No RPAs or anything like that. And so hopefully 2021, as I get a little bit more into the hobby as it progresses, I can get a little bit more expensive product. But that's it. That's the hits for 2020. Till the next rip. See you guys later.